Nashville, Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans.
First play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
Well, it's so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
Looking to throw on second down. Stevenson. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got Fuller. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, He was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, or all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now. Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stevenson. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Bud Dupree able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. So the D-line's going to spread out. Off the play fake. Stevenson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. So a first-quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. And some space here. And right away he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll drop the throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. In motion comes the tight end left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Titans now. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Throwing on first down, Stevenson. And his throw is incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. From the gun, Stevenson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go.
And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Uses the spin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll look to throw here. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Perry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. And to give this time to the tailback. And some room to roam now. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. To throw now on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They're going to look to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 17-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. Off-play action. Stevenson. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
From the gun on 3rd down. Stevenson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danny Shelton. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Sam Martin now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on his 4th possession. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now Do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed him off with that run.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. He's going to air one out. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. Are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Finding room at the 30. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed. Detroit!
They'll throw now on the final play. He sets to fire deep. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, he shifts past him. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it, because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
All right, here we go. Green!
Looking to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Set!
drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought. Down at the 42. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And to give this time to the tailback. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them. A nickel set shown by the Titans on third down.
Thinking pass.
Hurry up, here we go. Speed, over.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. But he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And now here's a carry heading left. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hurry up, here we go. Speed,
To throw on second down. Stevenson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Marty. Let's go. Over. All right, here we go. Leopard. Detroit. All right, here we go. Detroit.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Twice this go-around, he's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Stevenson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Leopard. Leopard. Check, 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 check.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stevenson. And Eifert has it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. In the red zone this time. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut, you know, that extra emphasis on it, got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Shift together here from the D-line. They come out here in the I. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Tavon Austin. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Watch it now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey, now let's go. Green, 39.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
All right, here we
And they give this time to the tailback. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Back now in Nashville. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Oh, design run for their wideout. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the 1st. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Finding room to the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 1st and 10, Stevenson. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And he'll give it here to his running back. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Slot man moves right. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stevenson caught Eifert over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On 1st down, Stevenson, incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Stevenson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And it is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. They'll set up a throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Perry. The good pick up there of 20 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a handoff looking right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's to the 10, and he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. Now receiver in motion left. And it's 3rd down and goal from the 4. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great effort there with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. Adoree Jackson on the return. Able to slither by. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball takes the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, but sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
All right, here we go. Green. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Cleveland, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Cincinnati next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Nashville, good night.